Yeah, man. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. eFolweni in F Town. Yeah, man. I am Zwarkitek, aka the Zulu Warrior Architect, aka the Ark, aka the Stone the Builder Refused. Hey, man, we can go all day, man. I am your host. Welcome, people. And I got my partner in crime, actually, my partners in crime, the brother.
Yeah. What up, though? What up, though? What up? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy GCPMC once again coming to you live and direct from F Town, the number one location for the far
The
sessions.
Far Sessions.
I'm not
Very far.
alone.
Yes.
I come bearing lots of gifts in the form of brothers.
Yes, sir. Where them
On
ladies at?
the technicals,
Yes, sir.
we do have our lovely technical producer,
Sure.
Mr. DeHouseByDane.
Dane.
Yeah, Mr. Remixes.
That's DeHouseByDane.
Mr.
Remixes. Yes, sir. Mr. Yo, bro, you got so
Mr.
many.
You.
Mr. For Your Soul.
Mr. For Your Soul.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we also got, also behind the scenes, the brother himself, actually, the man who's actually responsible for the track you hear, Mesengena Jamvet. Our brother,
Mr.
Free Flows. That's A. Yes.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
ladies
man.
go crazy
And the
taking
ladies
off
go
their
crazy,
shirts. Oh
man.
no,
Yeah.
oh no,
Welcome.
take this nigga away.
Yeah, welcome, people. Welcome. Yeah, we are back again.
Yeah, man, it's another week. It's another special episode
All the
of
time.
Far Sessions. Today's a very somber note that we're starting the show on, you know, because
True.
there's this thing that keeps happening on a. I don't wanna say on a regular, but this seems
It
to
seems
be
to
happening
be
regularly.
Yeah, it seems to be happening regularly. At least every year.
And the
least-
reason why I say this is because if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about
In the world of music.
the world of music and the taking away of young talent.
Yeah, young brothers, specifically brothers.
Specifically
Angazi why?
brothers.
Specifically young brothers, in the field of hip hop or rap. You know.
And if you can take this back, I mean, you can go all the way
All the
back
way
to the 90s.
tease.
You'll find these stories.
Young brothers.
First, it was the likes of Tupac and Amaru Shakur. It was the
Notorious
notorious
B.I.G..
B.I.G. If you go into the 2000s, you'll
Yeah,
find
man.
brothers like Dollar.
Yeah. You get the brother Mix Mill protege.
Young
Lil Snoop. Yeah.
Young Snoop was younger than young.
Hey man, it's crazy and it's sad. There are several. There are very several. So we got our Nipsey Hussle,
Yeah.
which is probably one of the worst in our
because
generation.
he was in his prime.
Young Tall, Nipsey
One
Hussle,
album down.
Mr. Marathon. You gotta check him out. If you don't know
if
Nipsey
you don't
Hussle,
know who Nipsey
go
Hussle
ahead and
is,
check
go
out
ahead
Nipsey
and check
Hussle.
him
The
out.
man was making a difference through music and hustling as an entrepreneur. He was building. He had so much clothing line for the community. He was
Science,
uplifting.
technology, education.
Hey, in fact, I was listening to an EP he dropped. It's actually a free EP. I didn't know, Faith. There's a very cool EP he has. It's called Famous Lies and Unpopular Truth. Ah, man, you gotta check it out.
I will definitely.
Yeah, man,
I will
so-
definitely.
On that note, again, we're actually currently mentioning the brother, Ulona Faith. The brother you're mentioning who's just passed away is...
Oh yeah. The brother that we recently lost in hip hop.
Hey, my Faith.
His name is Takeoff, and he's literally taken off the planet, and he has went to be in the hereafter, to join his family in heaven.
Yeah, man, yeah.
It's unfortunate because, according to news outlets, they report that his death was over a dice game.
Yeah, it seems that way. There's actually a video that's been circulating. He was actually at this dice game in Houston. I don't know what the place is, or Banje Fetsul. There was a lot of people. Everybody dlala ama dice. Kamnandi. Chigi, hey, Fethu kwaphuma isibhamu, washawa umjida. Right then and there, on the spot, in the video, you see his brothers crying. I think Offset is in the video, or was Quavo, I'm not sure. Banje, Yoke, he died on the spot. He's alone, like crying, yabona alone. People were crying, people were shocked, yabo. And
it's rough, because man,
it's rough. Yeah, yabo. Iswakhe lento ngoba manje ngisho lapho ngitshelwa nami intwana ke enye intwana nje ngitshela khona ividiyo. I'm like, there's a video. I'm like, yo.
I didn't know there was a video.
And that shocked me alone. It's becoming normal to shoot
videos
of dead body.
Of traumatic incidents.
Specifically dead bodies. It seems to be becoming a normal now. Which is also very strange.
It's creepy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's happened. To take off has taken off. Unfortunately. And he was actually 28 years old.
Dude, when I found it out...
to say, yo.
When I found it out, I was like, yo.
28, and he's the oldest of...
I mean...
Tabang. Yo.
He's the oldest.
If he's the oldest, Offset Banoba, no Quavo.
Yeah.
That's... And
imagine, the part that really hit me was... when Migos took off.
Yeah.
I mean... When Migos took off, like...
Bro.
When they took off, like, their star really shined.
Shined, yeah. Culture,
I mean,
culture.
They'd been working for years
Culture
prior
too,
to Culture
to
One.
Culture One. They've been
They've
got
been
tapes.
working for years, yeah.
They've been signed too.
Yeah.
Prior to.
And, I heard the Versace's, I wasn't impressed. But there was a time when I was, in the clubs, working in the clubs, promoting in the clubs.
Showcase, as a promoter, I remember back in the day.
Yeah, and there's this DJ who came there and he played this really hard track. It went like bad and bougie.
Hey,
cooking up dope with the Uzi. My niggas is bad and ruthless. You good as 102.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what's that song?
Yeah, bro.
Who did that song? I went to the DJ. I was like, yo, bro,
that 808. The baseline 808 vibe. Bro, come on, man.
I was like, that Ubando cooking dope with the Uzi, bro.
Yeah,
Ubando.
And then there's little Uzi. I hated that verse though, man. I hated Uzi verse.
Like no cap.
No cap.
Yeah. The verse was not 100% dope.
Yeah. No,
but
yo, it's music and it's commercial.
And
we gotta sell.
And it was for the clubs, and it's new, man.
And for the clubs.
It was for the clubs.
It's dope in the club.
It was for the clubs, and I really enjoyed the vibe of the song, though. Man.
Yeah.
Super dope.
No, it does. But
everybody
does,
went crazy. Even if you were in a bad mood, when that song played in the club, you were literally.
I like the video, bro. Like the video.
The video was
legit.
was
just like.
Yeah, the video was legit. From that moment on, I then started to take a look at me because I was like, okay, cool. This is different from Versace. Because Versace was literally that one word. Versace.
I'm not gonna lie, you cannot take away the flows. Their flows are by a flow of it,
they do have flows.
Because even with Versace, because there was a remix with Drake, ne?
I remember that.
Yeah. The fact that alone they were playing with that flow and that one word alone, that alone was like, okay, this is different. But where are they going? And then of course they went with Bad and Bougie.
Bad and Bougie for me,
Not much.
The only highlight for me, I think, with the Versace song, if I'm honest, is when it changes in the end. Hannah Montana.
Man,
that's the only highlight. But for real, the song, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, but there's the thing. When you're in the mainstream, specifically, I'm talking to our mainstream people. You know what I mean? Even our mainstream artists. Specifically, it doesn't have to make sense. True. It has to make sense in terms of money.
True.
Yeah, bro. So the mainstream is the mainstream, man. They make it the mainstream because it has access to all the big platforms. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna say names, but the big platforms. Yeah, bro. The biggest publishing, the biggest pushing, the biggest PR marketing,
the biggest budget.
Shit. And as long as it's catchy, you know what I mean. Especially to the youth for some reason. Hey, and you know what I mean. The youth will You know what I'm go to the parents and get their money and then they'll buy.
They'll buy the CD.
You know what I'm buy the CD stream, all of that. It's all
Nowadays,
about that.
you can't buy a CD.
Nah, but the CDs become merch actually. In merch, like we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing that where we release our music and we have CDs, but it's merch. It's more for collectors' items.
Yeah. Speaking of the CD, you know, I remember the last time I went and bought a CD. It was, I think, 2 years ago. I was looking for specifically 2000s era R&B.
Yeah.
I found some nice stuff, but you know, you remember when you used to go to CD shops?
I do. Music,
there was
CD warehouse,
CDs, you know,
Daytona.
and you'd be able to go to the CD booth where you plug the music
and you could play. This is before MP3s, Come on.
And play it and put on headsets and just be in the zone.
And just be in the zone in the shop.
I wish
I wish
CD shops would go back to doing that. Even though they are a niche now, they're not everywhere.
They're not everywhere, man.
But they still need to have that experience.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't even remember the last time I actually bought a CD. As you're saying that, a couple of days ago, I played Dhlomo Nas. It was written. I also got the CD, but I bought it late in my life. But I was like, man, even the sound. You know, when I played it with system, it sound it tight. And you know, you know, like before, I liked with CD when you play a CD, the sound. It's like one song sometimes. Specifically with the album Zabs called the last letter, the cochlea, last letter. Now you vibe was like it sinks in everything,
everything is
from one song to another. Yeah, sing, and I'm like, man, you know what I mean? The CD era, man. But that's when we used to listen to albums as a whole. Nowadays it's all about playlists.
My favorite song.
My favorite song. I mean, we chop down albums. And we're like, no, I just like Lengoma. And it's
that's I think a culture. I think that's a culture that people bought from streaming.
Too much.
Because with streaming, you don't necessarily have to respect the playlist
at all.
You go in there with an intention of, oh, I heard that the single for this album is this song,
you know,
and then you play this song,
and it's like, bro,
and then it's if you didn't like the song,
hey,
you don't like the album,
you know. That's sad because as an artist I take months, sometimes even years to make an album. You know what I mean? To craft the concept. Adele. Adele 30. 30 took years to make, bro.
And when she dropped it, she wasn't 30.
You know, that's how much work, she put into it, and there were delays, and then we fuck on Spotify. You put it on Spotify, all of a sudden, Hybo, no, and this is like, nah, I haven't get order. Apparently, not even apparently, she didn't put it on Spotify because of the playlist mentality they have.
Oh,
yeah, she was like, nah, I don't want it on Spotify. Spotify had to beg actually
to put it on.
Yeah, they begged her. They begged her to like, yo, please put it. She was like, nah, as long as you don't put it out of sequence, because
put it in sequence.
There's a reason.
I recorded it.
Pale. And sure, they did.
And that's very true, because if you listen to
option playlistic pale,
because if you listen to the album ka Nipsey Hussle, the Victory Lap, Victory Lap from the beginning to the end, everything has a sequence.
Yeah, it's sequence.
It's even amazing when you listen to it when you're in the zone and you're relaxed and you're coming back from a day at work and you just wanna
sit down and just keep quiet and then drink your whiskey, coffee, whatever. Gin and dry lemon.
Yeah, if you wanna roll a J, you know?
Yeah.
But when you listen to that album, it's like,
hey, bruh,
you're in a place whereby he takes you into
his hood, yeah.
He takes you into Crenshaw. He takes you into LA. And he introduces you to
how they hustle.
Exactly.
I would like that, how they hustle, all the things they go through. Every hood, yeah. When you speak on that, that made a big impact in my life and South Africa as a whole. Another legend who's also passed away, I think is young, although even if in your 30s, I still think you're young if you pass away in your 30s, even your 40s, your early 40s. The legendary WHP, his album, Moto Africa.
Yeah, Moto Africa.
That album, King. Hey, King, that's a monument of an album.
Indeed.
WHP was such a legend to us. To us,
He
it's
ushered,
sad.
he ushered in a new wave
Wave.
of global hip hop superstar.
Yeah.
Specifically, vernacular global hip hop superstar.
And taking what the global sound. Here's a learn
And
sampling
killing it.
Music and lights.
Wabona will start, move on you in the heat of the night. Get down to the flow inside and let to the end of the night, cause it's
link like you know, so saying you see, hey, mfethu khona abantu abasebenzayo mfethu
yeah,
yabo,
man,
and
he really put things in perspective when you look at the way that he played with music and sound.
yabo.
Because you know, a lot of people, they don't understand that when you are making a conceptual album, what is it that you have to offer? And specifically, when they look at these things, they don't dive deeper. They don't go deeper
in mfethu
and look for the inner meaning
because
of
there's
why,
layers
exactly, of why this album was made. I mean, we can talk about a lot of things. We can talk about the 7-Day Theory by Tupac, the Machiavelli
album.
We can talk about
Heads and Tails, the legendary PRO. Oh man, come on.
Hey,
Snakes and Ladders, come on, we can go, continue.
Those are just monuments.
Straight.
Monuments in hip hop culture. Monuments in hip hop culture. We can talk about Whole Worlds by Dumi.
Dumi, Fate, yeah.
Return
Alias,
of the King,
which is
Stogie T. We talk about Stogie T.
Let's talk about Honey Pain.
For the 2Ks.
Yeah, for the 2Ks.
If you don't know who Dumi from the volume
is, or the volume for that matter.
Yeah, or the volume. Just go on Google and research these people.
T from the
Before
V.
You take a listen too much into what is happening right now with these songs like the ones you find that are coming out now that are electro vibrant and
over electro,
and they are overly punctuated in the sense that it's trappy and it's thunder rap
becomes crappy at
times.
Sometimes.
But the most important thing is to take a look at, you know, who is this person before he is who I am seeing now.
History.
Yeah.
My children, my people, even my adults.
Yeah.
History. You are nothing without your history. You gotta. My roots are.
Yeah. You have to be rooted.
You gotta be rooted. You gotta be grounded.
You have to be rooted. Because if you are not,
if you don't know where you come from,
how will you know
where to go or where you are specifically? Yeah, but where are you now? How did it come about? How did everything come to here?
Yes.
Yes. These are all the things, man. So yeah, man, it's sad to see rappers specifically pass away. Globally, and not just locally, globally. Because now about WHP, now about PRO, they played a big part in our lives, and we were still looking for more. I mean, the legendary Ricky.
Ricky.
That's just like this year, ne? Early this year, ne? Ibhlungu mfethu lento.
Yeah, okay, good Ricky.
Ibhlungu ya Ricky. Kwenzekalani kahle hle ngama-outs mfethu?
I think in the ibhlungu kunazo zonke wena King ukuthi as people, we don't understand the story behind.
We do not understand the story behind.
We do not even know the story behind. We just see what we see, and we interpret it as we want to interpret it. Doesn't mean that our interpretation is correct.
True.
But one thing we need to understand is life is challenging. No matter how many millions of friends you have, life is always going challenging
all the time.
You may see me on TV ngithi ngifuna ukudla imali eningi.
Yeah, ngidla futhi nenyama eningi. Uyabona leyo nto.
Yabona ngidla ngapheli. But it doesn't mean that those things fulfill my soul.
Ngoba mfethu khona nganelisekile. Naloko futhi and uyazi emotion njalo mfethu talking about the story behind. Because we do not most of the time we generally do not understand the story behind the situation. We end up falling victim to lazy about conspiracy theories.
Exactly. Yeah, now that's a thing that's really, really hard to not be caught up in. Because when we speak of conspiracy theories, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. The
all
moment
the time.
the person starts getting rich,
Yo.
man.
Hayi ngeke.
Son of a
Now umuntu
poison.
ehamba ya. Hamba nge-Range Rover.
Sama
Akwazi.
poison. From 0 to 100
Hero.
in 5 minutes.
Last week uhamba ngeenyawo.
This
Next month.
week.
This week futhi. Uhamba nge-Range Rover. Kanjani? Uyithatha apha imali yakhe.
That's the
Yeah,
problem with us. Because imagine we want to know the full picture.
But not in the proper way, man.
Truth
I
is,
say
you'll
that.
never know the true picture. You'll
Yeah,
never
you
know
learn.
the full picture. Because you're not involved.
Bruh. Because, the conspiracy theory thing is crazy. It's local, as in we gossip, you know what I mean? We snamahem and rumors, you know what I mean? That becomes a conspiracy. And then there's also the conspiracies of, Illuminati and all these things.
And all these things all over globally.
Globally, we think how people, you know what I'm saying? They join
with the pandemic, people are saying that Bill Gates is
Yeah,
involved.
he's planting viruses, like going from computer viruses. And he was training when he was doing about
I'm a computer viruses.
Yeah.
Now he wanted
So
to
they
do
was
human
saying,
viruses.
yeah.
You know, these conspiracies, they really baffle me because I remember once upon a time as a child, I would watch cartoons, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Ohs,
Dragon Balls,
Balls.
Z.
And when I'm watching Pokemon, one day my grandmother's coming from church, and she's like, "Hey, because most of the time she goes to church and she sits with other church people.
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously.
I'm not bashing church, but I'm not bashing church. I'm just saying what happens in communities.
And it's your experience.
And it's my experience, They'll see something and see it in a negative way. Because most of the time when you watch kids fiction,
True.
there's all sorts of animals.
All types. There are animals that are made from other animals, like combined.
There'll be things like, for your Dragon Ball Z, you'll see the dragon that they wish to.
They wish.
And
they wish to a dragon. Yeah, which happens to be a serpent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which also happens to be in the real world something that is known as a dark art.
True.
But in Dragon Ball Z, they praise the dragon because that's where they get their wishes. They fight for the honor to make wishes
to the dragon. Using seven Dragon Balls.
By the way.
And usually thunders, right?
It thunders and the weather changes
when
they call on Shinron or Shibodu. Goku, you have one wish left. All those things.
Yeah.
They take you into a space whereby you look at these things and you feel like ekhaya bengafuni ngibuka uPopa ngibathanda khona befuna ubuka idays because ama-Dragon Balls ayidlala ngo-5.
Yeah.
Or they were just trying to remove you from a wishful mentality.
True. Even with Pokemon, there are animals like I know Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur is a frog.
Bulbasaur is a frog, but at the same time, he's not a frog. He's kind of like a hamster, a rat. It's like, what is going on there?
What's going on with this animal that has a tree?
Pikachu, who happens to be a rat, right? But at the same time, a rat who, like electrocutes you. You know what I'm saying? Strange. So
Charizard is a full-on dragon.
That's a full-on dragon. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a but I remember that incident of a Pokemon because children were dying, man.
Yeah, children were dying. King.
You know what I mean? Apparently, how did it go? You put my Pokemon under your you put my Tazos, right? Tazos, the chips under your bed, and then you sleep, and then you dream about a Pokemon, right? Hey.
But then the thing is, I believe that people were taking things that they saw on
literally,
like the daily whatever. I don't know these newspapers. I was young.
Yeah.
But they come out daily, so
it's
the daily
just like
whatever.
the sun.
Exactly. So they would see these newspapers and they would read these pop stories at the back.
There's a word for that, for those stories.
Tabloids.
Yes,
they would read tabloid stories. and they would take them literally, and then they would suck the fun out of our lives.
True. I mean,
and these things never happened in our community.
No, funny enough, you notice every time. There's a pattern I've noticed. Like as you're saying, maybe 10 years ago, that newspaper would post something. I learned how. It post something. At the time, it doesn't happen a lot around Elokshina.
Yes.
Cool. But then over time, you know what I mean? Because we read this every day or maybe every week as a people. It manifests. Izokwenza 10 years later uzothi yabona yibo bakhona abantu manje abenza ukuthi kanjani lento iqale kwingqondo yethu. The media understands the mind.
Yes.
They work. The media is all about the mind, and subconscious, messaging. Unconscious programming. Programming. That's why it's television programming. It's a program.
It's a television program.
You are being
not
commanded.
A television show.
You see, you are being commanded. So with all media, you know what I mean, does that. Depends. You command. Is it a positive or negative one?
Yeah.
It all depends. Is it for better or worse? You know what I mean. So, as you're saying, man, I get what you mean, man. Man.
Yeah, it's very difficult to be able to control what you want your kids to watch on TV nowadays.
Hey, even on YouTube.
Because mind your kids have access to the internet.
These kids are worse than us because we are supposed to be the so-called internet generation, right?
Because we learned about the internet.
We learned about the internet in school.
For me, Google was a subject I did in school. I got asked questions about Google in school. I had a whole module or a whole chapter in my technology book in grade 5 that spoke about Google.
This is before it was so famous, right?
Before it was even something that we spoke about on a general, like on a normalcy, like nowadays.
But we didn't have smartphones at the time. Even phones. Actually,
of course, our phones were like the most high-end gadget you could have.
5110.
I mean, I remember my teacher used to carry a 3310.
That was a dope phone, eh?
And E3310 was like the most expensive device you could buy on the market. The most expensive, entry-level phone you could buy on the market because that phone had everything. It had SMSs, it had calls, it had profiles.
What about the games?
It had games.
Snake.
Yes, it had Snake, it had Space Impact, it had...
Hey, bruh.
Which one?
There was another game it had.
Yeah, it had
ping pong.
Yeah, I think it was ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong.
But then there was a 6210.
I remember this.
The 6210 was crazy because the 6210 had internet access. Unlike the 3210, the blue screen. Yeah, it had internet access. So with the internet access of the 6210,
oh man, it's crazy.
You would go to your games menu, né? And when you go there, you'd be like, more games.
Dude.
If you had airtime, not data.
It actually also had the first Bluetooth, I think, right? One of the first Bluetooth, I think.
First things. Because it would connect to a wireless headset.
Yeah. So, as you're saying that, do you think, since now our children of this youth, of this generation, they're learning a lot about high-end robots. Obviously. What's next?
Well, I think...
Because we were learning about cell phones, you know what I mean, and Google at that time. And as we see, decades later, it comes through.
Yeah.
With these children learning about these artificial human-like robots, obviously that means in the next 10 years...
In the next 10 years, we could have like a robotics waiter at a local pub.
Yeah, I see that. It started Kono Pick and Pay, I think it was a Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken. Or that has AI. The till, you go to the till, and then you have my name, Basha, scan, and then you, but Basibangan, I think it's about 2 or 3 in the country for now.
Okay.
My cash has got the buzz.
Because one person who told me they went to a shop in Netherlands. I think it was. They didn't tell me specifically. Yeah. I think it was Lois Okola. He was talking at a comedy festival in the UK. It was live at the Apollo or something.
Yeah, the Apollo.
Where he was talking about the shopping experience in Europe. Like you walk into a shop, there's no one helping.
Damn. Man, no one chasing you, no one asking you, hey,
Yeah. So he walks into the shop and He's taking everything that he needs, and when he takes everything he needs, the shop is empty. So he buys, he takes everything, puts it into his shopping cart, and by the time he's done taking and putting things into his shopping cart, now he wants to go and pay for the things in his shopping cart, ne? Guess what happens?
What happens?
There's no one at the till.
What is there? It's probably like some...
It's just a till.
You're a normal till, like it looks like a normal till.
It looks like a normal till.
And
he
then?
swipes everything, he swipes everything, he swipes everything.
It's creepy though, right?
And he's with his friend. So he's asking his friend, so, my friend, tell me, how do I pay here? Because there's no one assisting me.
Yeah.
I was like, no, man, you scan with your phone. And then he helped him scan with his phone, and they walked out of there. And now Lois was asking him, my brother, you know, if this was South Africa, no one would be scanning with their phones.
No one would be scanning.
You just walk into the shop,
and
take what
your
you
stuff
want, and buy, and get out.
I think maybe that's why sometimes the technology it takes time, bro. Because it's difficult to just, like a lot of things when it comes to technology, they take time. Yeah, specifically to be implemented.
Well, I think that
You know
is
what I mean?
I think
in
that
terms
is-
of
I think
the
that
major
reason why
scale.
South Africa will never have a fully automated shop like that. It's because of the episodes we had with looting a few years
Of
ago.
course, yeah. Not even a few years, bro. Last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
No.
Looting was last year. Yeah, last year, July.
Last year, July, yeah.
Yes, sir. Last year, July.
So if we had an incident like that, we can't have automated shops in South Africa. So it's a good thing for
It's a good
us
thing.
that AI is not going to replace our sisters who are
Hell no,
working
it
the till.
won't. Yeah, hell no.
No one is going to lose their job
It's
at a
true,
local
It's probably going to be
supermarket.
a few. It will be exception, Lendo. Your technology, I think.
Mhlawumbe
It's gonna be-
ungayibona
No, it's going to
esentini.
be. No, it can't. No, I can't.
Asengyasho ukuthi
But I'm
kodwa
just
mhlawumbe
saying.
ungayibona esentini ngeke uyibone
You sure?
eThekwini.
Yeah, ngiyayibona eThekwini. Yeah, man, nah, it's for real.
Because
bro,
if
it's
it
for real.
does happen, people are going to lose jobs. Brother.
Big time,
We don't
actually.
want people to lose jobs because, you know, it's a very rough economy we're living in. Even as is, without these artificial intelligence robots taking over our jobs, it's going to be worse if that stuff happens.
Yeah, bro.
Because I know for a fact, in certain countries, their cars are still handmade.
Yeah, but handmade cars is expensive, eh?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And also, some cars are electric. I think that's why my electric cars will take time. The aim is by 2030, according to Millennial Talk, is that I know everything needs to be automated. There needs to be electric cars. The aim is now, but all these big companies, these big oil and petrol companies are moving towards electric vehicles and electric things. That's why if you notice the car design, let's look on the streets.
They're
bruh.
electrical, yeah.
The electrical, and besides that, even the shape, they're starting to take even if it's not yet electrical, because they are putting it yet in your mind, of course. They have to program your mind for you to get used to it gradually. That even the shape is becoming more box-like, front aircon. If you notice, gradually all these new versions, they're like box-like because the box shape is always best for electric engine.
Yeah.
But of course, that's gonna happen in time, man. In the meantime, we just
watch as it happens.
Yes,
and we'll keep reporting.
and then of course focus on ourselves because, as you know, we have issues with electricity.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work because
Eskom out. Eskom is, R.I.P. to Eskom.
Eskom is a pandemic on its own.
Yeah. And so we find ourselves challenged. I mean, we were challenged today, actually. Just so you'll know. We're constantly being challenged.
Yeah, just to put it out there.
We're being challenged.
We try to make sure
but
that everything is done properly. But, Eskom and its challenges, man.
Yeah, but it's all,
we gotta just give thanks to the fact that we have a very, very hard-working team behind us that makes sure that things get done, even though there's challenges.
Yeah, that's the aim. So bro, it's like that,
man.
Times.
Tell me about Kid Cudi's new movie, man.
Oh man, Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi has dropped Intergalactic.
Yeah.
So it's actually a movie, right? They say it's a movie. At the same time, it has chapters. It was meant to be a series on Netflix, yabo. But Netflix, but then they were too, when they done each episode, it was just a bit too short, yabo. Instead of a 24 minutes gap or the 1 hour. So they're like, no, let's put it in one. In a movie.
Oh, yeah.
But then they said it's season 1. So it's a mini series.
It's a mini series.
I want to say that, right? Yeah.
Mini series.
Mini series, man. Put it in one. Intergalactic. It's beautiful animation. It's 2D animation, 2.5D animation. Beautiful colors, beautiful story about him. Really, without spoiling, it's about him on his come up, not just in terms of music, but it's visually, because he's also a visual artist. So there's a comic book he works on, and then it gets picked up by like a comic book company in Django Marvel. I forgot what it's called. They take up, he moves from the low side to the high side of life, flats. You know what I mean? It's good, bruh.
Is it a love story though? Because it is a love story.
It is a love story. It's a very. That's why I'm not gonna spoil it out. So he moves up, and then where he moves, he bumps into another artist actually.
Yeah.
And then of course the story goes, but it's another artist he bumps into, and then of course things happen, man. So it's a story of just ukshinja from, being broke to
coming up.
To coming up, to having your money, but then also my challenges of coming up because he's a young, gifted black brother.
Plus, with people, whenever you come up, people be assuming that you're changing.
Yeah, of course. It's funny you say that because even his an ex is ex. You know what I mean? A woman, the woman's in his life. His ex, like an ex is there. Exes, he's like, oh, he sees it now. Oh wow, he looks so because he's changed. Like he's good. He's got money. He's like, oh, she behaves another way. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can see. I'm like, no, my comic book got signed. It's being published. And so he has to move. They bought him at this crib, this flat. She's like, oh, wait, let's hang around.
Yeah, man.
Things change when you
check
come
it
out.
We're going to check it out.
Intergalactic
is
worth your
time.
Check
it out. It's streaming
it's
everywhere.
Very dope. It's streaming everywhere, man. It's really worth your time. You'll love it. Whether you're an artist or not.
Yeah,
it's
whether you're
a
an
dope
artist
story.
or not. Yeah,
a powerful love story. And there's going to be a season 2. It's actually been announced. Season 2 has been announced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You can check that out.
One thing I wanted us to speak about was there's 2... I would say series that dropped this year that have a similar
vibe.
Yeah, vibe.
Yeah.
There's Gold Psalms on Showmax.
Not Blood Psalms.
I think it's
Blood Psalms.
Yeah,
That's the. Well, I'm just gonna say.
I'm just saying.
Blood Psalms is dope. Yeah.
Wait, don't get overzealous.
Yeah,
Don't get overzealous, my brother. Try to be nonchalant right now. Yeah. But there's Blood Psalms, and then there's the Brave Ones.
Yeah, the Brave Ones. Yeah.
So the other one is on Showmax.
The other one is on
Blood
Netflix.
Psalms.
Yeah.
And the other one is on Netflix. Which is
the Brave Ones.
The Brave Ones.
Yeah.
Now with these 2, they dropped similarly in the same month, I think.
I'm not sure. Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I think they dropped in the same month. I think they both dropped in October. I think Blood Psalms dropped at the beginning of October. I think it was around about the 9th or the 11th. I'm not sure about my dates.
Yeah.
And then the Brave Ones.
I didn't know that.
Towards the end of October. Now I wanna put it out there that these are both locally produced.
Yes, sir. They are. Yeah, they are.
These
beautifully
produced
actors.
Series. Yeah. That I want you to tell me
acting actually.
What you think of. We're giving you all an opportunity to hit us up on our locals. If you did watch any one of these, tell us about them. I wanna watch them. If you can, lend me your Netflix account for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding.
Like that.
I
just
do have a
in.
Netflix account. I'm just joking.
But real talk. I do. Amazon. Anyways.
Yeah. But if you watch these 2 series, and specifically because they are locally produced,
that's what I like about them.
Yeah, because they are locally produced, I want you to tell me what you think about them. If you recommend them to anyone.
You recommend them, man, I would say I do recommend both. I haven't watched the Blood Psalms. That's the one I wanted to watch. Actually, I didn't even know there was Brave Ones.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for Blood Psalms, and then my friend was like, "Nah, bro, check out Blood Psalms." we didn't have it at the time. We didn't have access.
Yeah.
At the time,
like the account wasn't working or some shit like that.
Yeah, so he was like, nah, man, let's head over to Netflix and check out the Brave ones. I'm like, the Brave ones? Yeah, man, it's worth checking out. That's all I'm saying. Specifically, no local.
Yeah.
It's worth checking out. The acting is dope. Acting is top, bruh. There's a brother you said, I think you told me the other day or two, his brother.
Yeah, Zamani Bata.
That brother can act. The brother is there. Now Zamani Alcon.
If you're familiar with the black dog, everyone.
No, Brave was into cool. It's worth watching, and I'm definitely excited now to watch the Blood Psalms.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
That one is dope because it's the story. You know, most of the time we're not represented properly as
Africans.
As Africans, yeah,
globally,
we are the cultures of global culture is African culture.
On African culture, yes.
Pop culture in terms of making, you know what I mean. All the moves they make, the music, all of that, the identity, the vibe. It's very African. So most of the time, Lama series they don't represent us. You know what I mean? With Blood Psalms, for the first time I can say, hey man, it's one of the first series which is so exclusively African and it's telling the story from our perspective. Because even the director, man, I forgot the brother's name, and the producers, you know what I mean? He approached the Showmax and them, and he was like, no, this is like he told them this is like a Game of Thrones of Africa. That's what he said to them. Of course, it's nothing like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is also dope, but it's nothing, not in terms of what it's not dope. But Game of Thrones is that story, you know what I mean? It's a Eurocentric story. It's a Eurocentric history, and that's dope, yeah. But this is African history. I'm talking Kemet. I'm talking like gods. I'm talking like Mapungube. I'm talking that's the energy that's coming through, like the sorcery. It's not just sorcery, it's actual black, you know, it's magic.
It's black
African magic on its highest order. And it looks that way. Joang, I haven't watched, I've seen the actress, cool actress, the lead actress. I love it, man. It looks good. It really looks royal. That's the word.
It looks regal.
Yeah. African
check
royalty.
It out and tell us what you think.
We'll tell you about it when you're done.
Hit us up at the Fair Sessions.
Far Sessions.
Yes, at the Far Sessions on Twitter, at the Far Sessions on TikTok, at the
Far Sessions everywhere.
Everywhere. And also look Facebook. Us up on our Twitter, IG.
And our page. We got our Facebook page, man. Come through.
Our Facebook page.
Shout out to the followers on the page. We got about 300.
Yeah,
right? We got about 342 followers.
Yeah.
Thank you a lot for that.
Thank you a lot. And we also got like 100 views on the first podcast.
Thank you so much for the 100. And also thank you to our subscribers. We're about 105 subscribers right now.
That's what's
Deep.
Up. That's what's
on
up.
the tube.
On the tube.
You know.
That's what's up.
So we are very grateful.
Yeah, man. This is only episode 2. Hey.
Yeah, and we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, let's keep growing, man.
You know
let's keep growing these numbers.
So, yeah, man.
And hit us up, man. Hit us up. Let us know whatever you think about what we spoke about today. And if you have any ideas or you want us to touch on a topic that you're not so sure about.
Authentic. Something authentic. Something unique.
Yeah, something that you don't know anything about, you want us to expand and do research on, we'll do that for you. We're always looking to help people get in the know with information.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you know why, people? We are in the age of information.
Exactly.
And no bullshit, no star sign shit. We are really in the age of real information.
Yeah. So, brother, the other day, I was very disturbed when you told me Trey Songs is attending court. Every other week he's attending court. Every other week Trey Songs this, Trey Songs that. Why is Trey Songs in court?
Trey Songs, hey man, I was disturbed too, honestly.
Because I heard one of his cases got dismissed.
Yes, his recent case has been dismissed. It's a rape case.
Okay.
That's the first disturbing part, actually. It's a rape case. It has been dismissed due to a certain law which was not met by the person who's charging him. They didn't also show up in court. So after that, the court was like, no, the judge was like, no, this is no case. If you can't awazi vethu ukuthi umuntu ufuna umuse court envelope and then not follow up. Because she didn't come through to the case several times apparently. If I'm not mistaken, she didn't come through to the case ruling and stuff. There was no trial basically. So the court written off.
Because there can't be a trial if the plaintiff is not there.
Yeah, the plaintiff has to be there.
How is the defendant going to be able to defend themselves against you if you, as the plaintiff, are not there?
Sure. So that was the latest. It was a rape case. I forgot how much he sued him for, but yeah. But you see, the most disturbing part for me was like how there's actually 2 other rape cases pending for Mr. Songs. One is from 2013. One, I forgot when the other one was from, but one of the cases is a high-profile basketball player. I forgot her name, but her surname is Gonzalez.
Yes.
She's actually a well-known female basketball player.
Wow.
You know, I don't know what happened at some party, but yeah, both of them are rape cases. These are serious cases.
This is disturbing.
One was one is for $5 million actually. Yeah.
This is disturbing because, you know, me.
I know, right?
I'm a big fan of musicians. I'm a big
specifically
fan.
Trey Songs.
Hey, brother, what can I say? The guy knows how to sing.
Yeah, no, the brother as an artist, man, of course.
I'm taking nothing away from his music.
But
you know, I really thought he was a good dude because I had the chance to see him at Moses Mabhida when he was in Durban.
That's what's up. Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
I was at work. Manager was like, shift is ending at 11. But because I got tickets to Trey Songs, we closing at 10. I was like, you got tickets to Trey Songs?
Yeah.
And my manager was like, yes, why you ask? I was like, come on, I gotta watch the nigga. He was like,
you know, it's my
let me see what I can do. And you know, we got tickets and we went.
Dope.
We got there late because the show started at 9.
Oh, but you got there late.
But but when we got there, he still had like 3 songs to perform.
Oh, cool.
You know,
more or less at the final.
Yeah, at the peak. We got the climax of the event.
That's what's up.
Because after him, you know, it was lights out. Everyone went home.
Of course, yeah. Also, it was a one-man show.
No, it wasn't a one-man show. Oh. He was the main attraction.
Oh,
because he performed for 2 hours.
Who are the locals?
The opening acts were Vusinova.
Of course, Vusinova.
And we also had people who were opening up for him, like DJs, you know, local DJs, like DJ Lab.
Yeah, salute
you
to
know,
that.
But I didn't see the first part. I only heard about it from people that we were speaking to after, when we were going to the after party.
Yeah. After the party is the after party.
Yeah, after the party is the after party, man. But, you know, I really liked this vibe and how he performed and how he was, you know,
energetic and
like,
sure.
I don't know. I can't imagine him in the light of being a rapist, but I also can't take it away from the sisters. If they say that he did these things, that means he did these things.
3.
You know, if it's one incident, we can doubt. 2.
If it happens twice, it's meant to happen thrice.
You know what they say about human history, right?
Yeah.
Everything comes in 3s.
True, and it's true. Even creation itself. Let's go into metaphysics for a moment. Actual creation happens in 3s.
Exactly.
The triangle, you know what I mean? So, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, I get what you're saying. When something happens 3 times, you gotta be careful.
There's something
either it's a luck, either it's bad luck.
There's something in the water.
And it's, you know what I mean? It's shocking because I don't know what's up with these pretty boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, you wouldn't think that, I wouldn't think he would do something like that.
Me
you
too.
know what I mean? But then the fact that he does,
it's
and it's been happening for, you know what I'm saying?
very touchy subject.
It's touchy. 2013 is a long time ago.
Yeah, man. It's a very touchy subject.
Like,
you know, I feel a really, really, really deep sense of disappointment in the alleged charges.
Yeah.
I also feel a very deep disappointment in the fact that his number 1 supporters in his music, his number 1 fan base, his number 1 clientele, the people who buy his music the most,
supports,
the people who buy the tickets the most,
and the merch, all of it,
are the ladies.
Now, already he has love.
Exactly.
Naturally, the ladies love him.
Exactly.
Young tall.
Exactly.
As in, maybe, you know, when's our Lendo made me wonder, is this maybe why, you know, like his recent albums, you know what I'm saying, like his popularity has dwindled?
Maybe.
He has a recent album.
What's the name of the album?
I forgot the name of the album.
I don't even know he has.
Yeah, he does. Like,
the last time I listened to a Trey Songs album was when he dropped Tremaine.
When was that?
I think it was 2017.
Yeah, he does have an album which I think he dropped like 2 years ago. Yeah, it's 2 years, about 2 years back. Yeah. You know, You can find it on YouTube.
I think it was at the height of the charges.
Probably
That's why it
was. Yeah. Because he's been really like away. He's been away.
Because at one point, him and I think him and CB were supposed to do like a collaboration album.
Oh,
but they only ended up doing like an EP or mixtape, something like that, early on. But yes, the album is called Back Home, dropped in 2020. Yeah, man. It's very tough.
It's tough
when you're an entertainer in the industry and these things happen.
And these things happen. They happen so much because as an artist, man, you want to perform. Like how you carry yourself is important as an artist. Actually, I feel like how you carry yourself in the public. Where like if you have a show, you know what I mean. The how you maintain your how you compose yourself, you compose yako. You know what I mean. When you go to a performance, or it's very critical.
And these things. They've happened so much to other black people who have been targeted.
Yeah, there are people who are targeted too.
For these types of cases.
Yeah, they are.
And they've all come out stronger.
By
not succumbing to the pressure of these so-called rape associated incidents. For example, there was the first case that we came across that was really disturbing. At the height of this man's career, he was charged with rape. And the man's name is Akon.
Hey, that was intense.
There was a story about Akon that came out, I think, in 2006.
Yeah, I remember 6, 7, somewhere
6, 7, yes.
Towards his last album, right?
Yeah,
before his last album,
album,
because he dropped that song. You can put the blame on me. Yeah. You can just
what happened was Akon,
what really did happen?
Akon was performing at a club, right? Akon is performing at a club, and obviously Akon has a few songs that get the ladies.
Of course, come on, like his first big hit singles were, you know what I'm saying? Lonely, I Wanna Love You.
Yeah. Nobody. All those songs.
Beautiful,
Yeah. So he was performing one of those songs.
Sure.
And when he was performing one of those songs, obviously we're at a club. The law simply states in Europe that you can't be in the club unless you're 21.
Sure, for sure. That's
the law in Europe.
That's the law, yeah.
You can't be in Europe unless you're 21.
For sure.
So Akon, being the...
him and he's a superstar.
Yeah,
straight superstar.
He is, yeah.
Superstar, that's what he is.
Hey, megastar, not just
bruh, he's way...
Megastar.
I don't know. Actually, super's bigger than mega. You're aware? I think the people not aware. The word super is bigger than mega. But anyways, I see collab, yeah.
Let's just go to colossal star.
Yeah.
He was a colossal star at the time. And he went and he took this lady from the crowd.
Of course.
Lady came on stage.
Yeah.
They danced to one of his songs. I believe the song was Smack That.
Yeah.
And he was smacking that.
All on the floor.
And he was smacking that.
Of course, bruh.
Liquor went into the mix.
Was already in the mix.
Yes. In terms of the lady.
The lady, yeah.
Liquor went into the mix with the lady. Smack That was on the song. Smack That was on their song, and they went to the backstage after the show.
Yeah.
When they went backstage after the show, one thing led to another. Akon dipped in the sauce.
Oh.
Now, after Akon dipped in the sauce, he went away to the US, ne?
Yeah, of course. It was just, it was...
things that happen on tour.
I had one too many drinks. You know how it goes. It was a one-night extravaganza.
So the nigga thought it was, innocently puppy love. Goes to the States. Next thing he knows, there's pictures all over the internet. The young lady's parents see the pictures on the tabloids. Because some of their friends read the tabloids. And they send them the pictures via email. They see the pictures. They hear the story.
So what did the story say? Like, what were the photos?
Well, the photos were just photos of Akon dancing with a fan.
Oh, with a fan.
Akon dancing with a fan. Smacking that.
I'm sure there were video clips for sure.
Of course, on the site.
On the site, since because people were,
and then there were pictures of them dancing. You know, the tabloids were reading.
Dude.
The tabloids were reading. Pop star dances with underage teenager. So when they find out that the girl is a teenager, they also find out from the teenager that she and Akon had consensually dipped the sauce. When they found out that they had conceptually dipped the sauce, lawsuits started flying by email all the way to the US.
Statutory rape.
Exactly. So these are things that have been known to happen in the history of the entertainment industry.
You know,
whenever a so-called melanated young
superstar
man goes and breaches the mainstream of star that they think he's going to reach,
star shines.
Yeah, then you get clipped. You know.
Our local brother, man, umfethu wasesilazini mfethu umfoka Milano.
Hey, Malum
Cool Cat.
Malum Cool Cat.
And that was messed up because the story I heard from like a reliable source, umuntu omaziyo personally, who told me the story. I was like, yo, he was like, nah, bro, this is what's up. Malum Cool Cat's actually Australia, right?
Yeah.
Doing a show. Of course, the liquor was really in the mix, you know. He was actually vibing. Nothing actually happened at the show.
Yeah.
He left the show, comes back to the hotel, bro. Gets to the hotel, he said he was tired and, of course, tipsy. Accidentally, he goes into a room wrong.
Oh.
Futwafi walal. Literally walal. Only to find where Papa, I think 2 hours later or something, a white woman, a young white lady, and Papa screaming, black guy. What's a black guy doing in a room? That's the story I heard from my source. And I was like, what? Of course, that gets to the media. Because he's not just another nigga.
Another black guy.
He was like, oh, actually, this is Akwai Malum Cool Cat. What? No, actually, there was no touching, nothing. Wrong. Which begs the question sometimes, you know, like, okay, anyways, you know.
What happens?
What happens, bro? Like, so that's how we got into the mess he got in. Yeah. But you know, that was cleared, of course. So, man.
But the one thing that I want us to know is...
I wonder if it was a white superstar.
Let's say if it was like that.
I don't want to say, you know, but if it was, let's say if it was a white upcoming superstar. Let's say maybe it was who, man? Maybe let's say
let's just use
Logic, maybe Logic. If not, who else?
No, Logic.
Maybe
is
Justin
not right.
Bieber.
Logic is not right. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Yeah.
Maybe if it was Justin Bieber, I wonder if she would have rushed to quickly call
the authorities
and security and say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, and probably say, I just wonder.
I think that the
Anyways.
most important question is, if Chris Brown was coming to South Africa and he was going to the Gateway Mall and it was 1,000 rand to shoot a photo with Chris Brown, would people pay 1,000 rand to shoot a photo with Chris Brown?
Yes, they would. Yes, they 100% would. You know why?
You know why I'm asking that question, right?
Oh, I'll tell you why, but go ahead.
You know why I'm asking that question, right? So, 8 years ago, this was 2016, Justin Bieber came to South Africa.
Yeah.
He performed in Durban, remember?
Yeah, he did. I didn't go there, but yeah.
Yes. So when Justin Bieber was in South Africa...
Don't tell me it was 1,000 rand.
It was 1,000 rand to take a photo with Justin Bieber.
God fucking damn.
I mean, it's not even like a proper meet and greet, no?
It's just
like, hi, nice to
click,
meet you.
Click.
Bye. Hi, nice to meet you.
No, they were milking
Bye.
I
was like...
The brother. But I think people would, you know why? Let me tell you why I say people would take a photo with Chris Brown for 1,000. Maybe even more. Oh man, what year was it? I don't remember it was. What year? I think also around 2016, Angiko show, but I was still at Umhlanga. I remember Chris Brown had a show live at Durban.
It was in Mosmapida.
Yeah, you know how many hours? He was late.
Yeah, Durban July.
Yeah, he was late. Yeah. You know by how many hours?
Yeah.
By 3 hours.
People waited.
They waited. And it happened to be raining.
People wanted to see
Chris Brown, and they waited 3 hours in the rain.
Yeah, but
So I think they would.
But I think also, to speak on that weekend, that was a very big weekend. After that weekend, after the Chris Brown thing, after he went from there, he went to Umlazi.
Away.
He went to Ayadini.
Of course.
It really went to Ayadini. They had a ball.
Oh man.
He was seen dancing with the locals, taking pictures with the locals. Sure. He even performed for the locals.
Oh wow, that's dope.
For free.
For free. But of course, he's among his people, man. You know Durban.
That's why.
Umlazi has that
that's
vibe.
why I'm asking. Would
I don't really know, brother. But well, we'd have to see. If you probably became a manager, I'm sure you'd know.
Hey.
Get your management, artist manager level up, and man, you might just do that.
Maybe one day Chris Brown will hire me, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I would also like to just send a special shout out to at Nontle Ngumalo. Nontle Ngumalo on Facebook is the lady that we want to shout out to.
Shout out to her.
Shout out Nontle, hey man.
She has
the magic Midas touch when it comes to the
baking.
Yeah, man.
She provided us.
Yeah, man. She provided us with some really delicatessen.
Amalona nibbles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nibbles.
Dessert, lunch dessert.
These are high end bakery treats.
These are Lemingtons, but I've never seen them Lemingtons on this level.
Me too, bro.
The moisture, the shape, the form, the taste, the texture, everything. It's just
supreme. Yeah. So if you get a chance, just hit her up on Facebook.
Hit her up on Facebook, man.
She's got the goodies if you're looking for goodies in eFolweni. Yeah, she'll send you her location. You'll come through.
Yeah, even not eFolweni, man. Even if you're in Durban,
man.
Touch base, man.
Touch base. If you happen to be on the M35. And you're going past Boxer. Before you go past Boxer, hit her up on Facebook.
Get your scones too.
Yeah, man. Get whatever you need. She's got the best when it comes to.
No, she's a master baker, man.
Yeah, man. The baked treats, man. She
we are diving in now.
We're diving in as we speak. It's going down.
It's going down, man.
Yeah, man. It's a party.
And it's funny how time flies, eh?
Yeah, man. Anyways, it's a party for real. So let's just wrap it up with the weekly drop.
The vibe, man.
The weekly drop. Yeah, the weekly drop.
What's the weekly drop?
Well, the weekly drop this week, the House Terrors.
House Terrors.
Yeah, if you're not aware of the House Terrors, I'm literally talking about the King Blisto,
man.
Solem, and Iso have dropped a song, a single.
It's a single.
With Buddha Stanza. It's called Kuluma. It's available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Just Google House Terrors. Kuluma featuring Buddha Stanza and stream it everywhere. Yeah. All the way. It's a very dope jam. It's got a very nice message. It's a positive song, man.
Yeah, that's
it's a positive song. I love it. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to hearing it in the clubs.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially during the festive season.
I mean, it's the festive season like we're in November, so
yeah, it's already started. It's Quaratu.
It's Quaratu
festive.
Yeah, man. Shout out to House Terrors.
Yeah, I also heard Uyatara.
Away, Yatara.
Yeah, he dropped a song called Smangoti.
Oh, I saw it says.
Yeah, man.
I haven't heard the track, man.
I haven't heard the track either, but I'm looking forward to
check it out.
I'm looking forward to it. A good friend of ours, Ngamla.
Oh, Ngamla. Shout out to Ngamla, man. Shout out to Ngamla, man.
Ngamla went across the borders. He worked with Tim Nocosta. Apparently, Tim Nocosta are from overseas. They are from across the border.
Yes, they are, man. They are. Yeah, they are brothers from Africa, Senegal and Swaziland, if I'm not mistaken.
Sierra
Leone.
Oh.
And Senegal.
And Swaziland.
Sierra Leone. Oh, I thought it's Senegal. So actually, it's
Sierra Leone.
And
Swaziland.
Swaziland. Yeah, the Sierra, you know.
Yeah, Sierra Leone and Swaziland. It's where Tim and
Shout out to
Costa
Ngamba.
are
That's
coming
big.
from.
The brothers intercontinental.
Yeah. Ngamla,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Ngamla's doing the big things,
always is
man.
the
You know,
pusher,
from
man.
Inyaganyaga
Powerful. I can't,
to Weekend.
And the EP actually hasn't dropped, and he's still gonna drop.
And it's still gonna drop.
And it's already the brothers making African
Moves.
international connect.
Moves.
Ha. You know his EP is gonna be dope when it comes
You know,
out. That's for sure, bro.
they say if you see a man not making noise on the streets, beware of the big moves he will make.
Beware.
Yeah, because they say you hustle in silence and let your success do the talking.
That's what's
man.
up, and that's
exactly what he's
Shout
doing
out
right
to
now.
now. Check him out.
Yeah, man. Skill
Weekend.
Major has also dropped a single.
Shout out to Skill Major.
I don't know what the name of the single is. Skill Major, hit us up, man.
Yeah, Skill Major,
hit us up on our socials, man,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell the
yeah,
people what the
yeah.
name of your
Skill
single
Major,
is.
Yeah. Skill Major has dropped, man.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear it. Mangongo, Mr. Ayatini.
Mr. Ayatini himself.
Shout out to Mr.
The
Ayatini.
legend.
Yeah.
Like, he's our legend.
Yeah, he
like,
dropped
he is a national legend, actually.
Yeah, he's a national legend, and
Yes,
he's our hometown's pride.
Yes,
basically.
hometown hero, brother.
Yeah.
Hometown hero. Well, what has he dropped?
He dropped a single. It's
wait.
called Utwala.
Zash.
I wonder what
It's festive, man.
I wonder what it's gonna sound like, because
From Ayatini to Uchwara,
you know
how it goes.
the vibes are
the
vibes are lit for
Yeah,
real,
that's
for real.
what's up.
And also something very, very very wonderful that I noticed. Uju brands,
Yeah, Uju, which is actually
Nation.
the brand
Yeah,
of
Uju Nation.
Mangongo. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the brand is with.
The Uju Nation that Mangongo established is actually dropping an EP. It's dropped already.
That's what's up.
It's
That's
called
what's up.
Umendo
Eric
Volume
and them.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric
Now,
and Noli
Scoops
M.
Eric, Noli M.
Yeah.
They're working.
Salute
They're working,
to
man.
Uju Records, man. Uju
Uju
Nation.
Records,
It's called
Uju
Volume
Nation.
2. What it's called, man?
It's called Volume 2, Umendo Volume 2. Yeah. Uju Nation Volume 2.
So it's continuing from,
Umendo.
because they do have one prior. There is a Volume 1. You can check it out.
You can check it out as well.
Yeah.
You can find it
Salute to the new
on
one.
Mangongo's IG and on Mangongo's Twitter. If you're following him on all those social media platforms,
Shout
I'm
out
pretty
to them,
sure
man.
he'll
Shout out
plug
to
you.
Uju. Shout out to Eric,
Yeah,
man. Noli
yeah.
M.
Yeah, man. One thing that I would like for us to speak about
For sure.
before Wakanda Forever drops,
Of course.
because just a few more days.
It's literally
Just
like
a few more days.
You're right.
It's literally 5 to
Literally.
Wakanda Forever.
Straight up.
You know?
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda Forever. So Wakanda Forever soundtrack recently dropped.
Brother.
And apparently,
Fire.
it has an all-star African cast.
Of course.
Toby Nwigwe.
Yay, to Sinom
Solo.
I'm happy.
Deben
Gogo. Deben Gogo. Our young star namve.
Come on, Bella.
Come on.
Busiso.
I'm happy.
And all other African superstars.
Yeah, man. Even the lady herself from the Barbados.
Oh, Rihanna.
Rihanna, yeah.
So-
she has a track called Lift Me Up, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Lift Me Up.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Lift Me Up. Yeah.
Looking forward
That's
to
gonna be a
hearing the
serious
Wakanda
soundtrack.
Forever soundtrack.
Yeah.
Looking very forward to listening
On that
to
note,
it.
I actually saw I've been seeing their promos on YouTube. They have interviews. They've been on Jimmy Kimmel a lot, promoting the movie. I saw the villain, the Ubani Unemo. Namor. But I forgot the brother's name. He's a Mexican brother, man. Very cool person, man. Funny story is that he got the way he got the parts was just like crazy, because it was not even the way he got the part. He said yes, but some shit was happening. Like, they were on Zoom, with the director Ryan Coogler, and he's telling, no, this is the story. This this villain, magic, banji. And then as they're on Zoom, right, talking, Zoom freezes, like for 5 minutes. Network, bad, and then
And they couldn't hear what he was saying, yeah.
He couldn't even see the brother. So I think do Ryan morning or something, agas. But the message yabuy network and then Ryan Cook is like, okay, so what you saying? Yes or is it good? Yes or no? He's like, yeah, I'm in,
Yeah.
Like, what am I
Doesn't
in
even
for?
know what he's in for.
It was crazy.
Then he finds out he's the main villain.
Tabang.
He finds out on shoot day, I guess.
No, not shoot day. But his team eventually told, because he told them, yo, I didn't find it. He was like, okay, we'll call him. And then they called him, like, oh, it's like, oh, cool. I'm a villain. That's what's up. But the movie looks dope, man. The visuals specifically, you know, we're about visuals, man.
Yeah,
the sound,
yeah.
the track, everything looks dope.
So since the Marvel universe is dropping Wakanda Forever, and we are looking forward to a next installment of the Avengers.
It's you gotta check. Check out Marvel. Like just go to Marvel. Yeah, there is. Yes, there are actually. They did at the Marvel Expo this year. They showed. Yeah, there are Avengers. They're working on Avengers Secret Wars actually, and Avengers what? The Kang Dynasty. Kang.
Oh, the Kang
Remember
Dynasty.
Kang from Loki?
Oh yes, yes.
Yo, Kang is got a whole dynasty. Yeah, he's got a whole Kang, the one and only Kang.
Yes,
from Loki in the end. And also on that note, check out Quantumania. Yeah, because he's also in the third, which is the third Ant-Man, right? It's called Quantumania. The trailer's actually out.
Yeah.
So Kang is getting a bigger role. If you thought that was heavy in Loki in the end. No, the series is like the movie.
It's going to be extremely...
Yeah, because Marvel, that brother, as with into Zako me hamba.
Yeah.
His cat his feel, you can't do anything.
You can't do anything
the
about
brother
it.
went from Jonathan Majors. He went from Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
After that, he just, if you've been noticing, like, he's just going
bigger and bigger.
And when I saw him in Loki, I was like, what? He's been doing videos with Kendrick.
Yeah, I was amazed when I saw him in The Harder Day 4.
Exactly. Guess what? Oh, on that note, Creed 3.
It's coming.
The trailer's out. Check it out. He's also there.
He's the one fighting against...
He's the villain, Maji.
Oh.
So... Iskat Sagome's feeling, no one can tell you
it's really
shit.
He who remains, man, in the end.
Hey.
It's really he who remains.
Anyways, so check out Ilona. There will be more Avengers, but it's a process.
Yeah.
There's a lot to come through with Marvel, but we still want to talk about that, man.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever.
I'm also looking forward to listening to the Wakanda Forever soundtrack.
Me too, man.
Tell us what you'll think about the soundtrack. Tell us what you'll think about...
I just heard a track by Thames.
About the track. There's a track by Thames?
Of course there's a track by...
I'm definitely streaming that tonight.
Man.
Tell us what you'll think about the singles that are locally dropped this week.
And speaking of singles, our technical brother,
technical producer, yeah.
Check out his cover. He did a cover
of
Lift Me Up
by Rihanna.
Hey, man. It's out as I'm talking to you. Go right now.
This guy's my technical producer, but he's holding back.
I'm telling you, man.
Didn't tell me he dropped the hot song.
He dropped the hot song, man. Check it out. Check out the remix. Check out the cover, man.
Check it out. Hey, man, hit us up on our socials. I'm at GCPMC _cool on Twitter, on IG, and on TikTok. And when you get to TikTok, it's just gonna be blank because I'm waiting to drop something really big visually for y'all. You're also gonna find me on Facebook. It's my full government name. It's Peguyise Mvuyane. Just search me there and you'll find me.
Give thanks, man. Check the brother out and man, I need to upgrade my my social status, man, on the media, because I'm an antisocial
social.
Yeah,
I'm
antisocial.
Yeah, antisocial.
So my Facebook account actually was hacked, eh?
Oh shit.
I flooded people with a lot of porn.
Oh shit.
Like gang porn.
Shit.
So like I don't know what happened. So like that account, which if you know my account, it's out. I need to create a new account under Zwarkitek, my moniker. Of course I am though on IG at Zwarkitek. I also need to just do some work there. IG, of course, WhatsApp. But I'm gonna be really upgrading a lot with my socials because
the people need you on the socials. They've been
especially
calling your
TikTok.
name.
They have been calling my name.
My TikTok account is coming. It's coming with a
welcome
dope
into-
video. I promise y'all. Nothing but nice food. That's what I'm gonna be doing on TikTok. I'm gonna be making food, y'all.
But you can check our man's
our technical
DeHouseByDane.
producers
Check our brother Free
TikTok.
Flow.
Yeah.
We give thanks for 1,000 followers for both of them, man.
Yeah. They've been putting in work.
They've been putting in mad work.
So let's make it 2,000 followers.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we can, let's break the barrier and just make it 10,000.
Yeah, man.
For just goodness sake,
man. you know, there's a book with all this going on, the trauma, the hardships, as a people, man. We're living in difficult times. Your body suffers a lot. Your emotions, to be specific.
Indeed, brother.
And
indeed.
they are directly connected to your body.
Indeed, brother.
So there's a book that has helped me a lot called You Can Heal Your Life by Umama Louise Hayes. Yes. Yeah. You know that book?
I know that book, brother.
Powerful book. I think now more than ever we need it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Just
so true.
read it.
So true.
Yeah, but affirmations. There's a lot you can take from that book.
And the love in that book.
The love in that book is necessary. Because all we need is love in the end.
Yes.
But not in a love is very technical. I think that's another thing love is a very technical thing actually. But we tend
it's a doing verb.
It's a doing verb, yeah. It's an action, it's planning, it's execution. But we tend to always think of it as just this fluffy emotion. Love is very technical.
Love is very raw too.
Reasoning. Yeah. That's
love is very
energy. That's the highest form of
love
energy.
Love is passionate. One thing I've learned about love is love can be manifested in many different forms.
Man, crazy ones too. So yeah, man, that's the book. People can check out. You Can Heal Your Life.
Yeah, but love is also not one thing.
True.
The one thing that love is it's not abuse.
Straight up.
Don't abuse someone just for the sake of ukuthi uzofika ngokuthi uthi uyamthanda.
Yeah, man.
That's just utter insanity and bullshit.
Skak.
Black men, stop beating your wives.
Likewise, wives,
stop beating your men.
Beating your men.
Women, stop lying to your man.
Hey, man,
let's just
funny.
love each other.
I'm gonna just be real with you. There's this quote I had. I was actually meant to say it in the beginning of the show. Because it's word. Words sound in power. That's our motto. You know what it is. So there's a word, quote. I got just to really close thing off because we're on that note of our relationships.
Yes.
A quote says, man, it just hit my heart. It says, everyone loves the idea of a sensitive man.
Yes.
But most don't respect him.
That's so true.
We don't respect him. We love the idea of a sensitive man. Society loves that idea of a sensitive man, but they don't respect him.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, it's like that. It just hit my heart.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Strange. In a nutshell, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And also, in a nutshell, say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah, and with that being said,
it's adios.
It's adios, muchachos.
It's peace.
Words sound in power. Words sound in power. Peace to you all.
Yeah. Yeah. Spread love.
Peace, love, and divine unity. Yeah. 4 sessions.
Killing it.